Hi everyone, Hulk here. Hulk here to review Superman movie made by James Gunn that just came out in cinema. Hulk watch it and Hulk bring review to channel. Is it good? Is it bad? Let's find out. But to help Hulk review video, Hulk bring Bruce Banner.
Hi everyone, Bruce here. I just watched the new Superman movie with Hulk, and we're gonna review it and bring it to the channel. So subscribe and hit that like button.
No, Banner, no. Hulk say that only. The Hulk
Oh,
moment.
okay, Hulk, your channel.
Alright, smash the subscribe button and smash the like button for more future videos of Hulk.
And Banner.
Of Hulk! Subscribe to channel.
Okay, so just a fair warning, this is gonna be a spoiler review of the movie, so if you haven't watched the movie, we seriously recommend that you go and watch the movie because, well,
It's good! Good movie!
yeah, it's a good movie. I agree with Hulk. It's a good movie. The script is pretty solid, and we're gonna give our notes right straight away. We're not fan of the give our notes at the end thing.
Yeah, Hulk don't like that either.
Yeah, so the movie is a solid 7 out of 10.
Huh? I'll give it 6.
Yeah, so you guys might be asking yourselves, how can the movie be a 6 and a 7 and still be good? Well, here's the thing. The movie starts with the scene from the trailer where we see Superman falling on the Fortress of Solitude and Crypto dragging him over to the base so he can get recharged and all of that. We also see a narration from Superman's parents, more onto that later, where we hear how much, we send you to Earth, we love you, Krypton exploded, yada yada yada, the whole thing that you guys know from Superman comics and previous movies already. And then Superman goes back into the city where he is getting pummeled and destroyed by some guy named the Hammer of Boravia, which is just, Ultraman. Again, this is a spoiler review, so if you haven't watched the movie and you don't want to be spoiled, turn off the video right now and go watch the movie. It's a clone of Superman. It's a clone of Superman made by Lex Luthor to fight against Superman. In the plot of the movie, Lex is promoting a war in some country. Any possible similarities between Israel and the Palestine thing are just, a happy coincidence that have nothing to do with anything. But anyway, Lex Luthor is trying to profit off of war, and Superman's been stopping it. So he created this entire plot, this entire thing, but actually his real intention is to destroy Superman because, well, he's envious of Superman. Very basic, very straight up thing from Lex Luthor to do and say. The movie is okay for the most part. We have good stuff, we have some bad stuff, we have that classic corny James Gunn writing, and what I can say for sure is that he gets the character.
Yeah, Hulk agree. He gets character, but he also made Superman like super weak.
Yeah, I have to agree with that as well. Superman has never been weaker than in this movie. This is probably the weakest interaction we have of Superman.
This Superman couldn't beat the Hulk, couldn't do anything to the Hulk. Hulk could bite his head off and it wouldn't mean a thing.
Yeah, now Henry Cavill Superman, that was a strong ass Superman. That was the strongest Superman we ever gotten. So it sort of makes sense that, James would bring him down a notch so he can be more sympathetic and all. I get what he is doing, but really, that's not the problem of the movie. Like, Superman works.
Yeah, Hulk agree. Superman work. Lois Lane work. Jamie Olsen work. Lex Luthor really good, really well done, really good acting. But so many useless plots in movie that feels a bit too clouded. Feels like too inflated.
Yeah, so this is something that happens. The movie, it has like 2 hours, and it feels like it's an hour and a half, and it could be an hour and a half. The problem is it loses so much time with side characters and B plots that the actual main story of the movie, it gets, kind of forgotten, I feel, in the middle of all of it. Really, this movie could be a lot shorter if you take away some of the filler stuff. Hawk Girl, for example, she doesn't do anything. She's pretty much useless for the whole movie. You could take her out, replace her for anyone else, and she would still work. Guy Gardner is, fun and all, but he also doesn't do much. Of course, the name of the movie is Superman, not Justice Gang, which apparently is a name they're trying to get for Maxwell Lord, probably some, Justice League prototype thing. But anyway, most of these characters are pretty useless to the plot of the movie. The only character from these side characters that really does something is Lois Lane, Mr. Terrific, and they work pretty well with the movie. If you had just these two guys, it would work really well. And you could have, Guy Gardner show up in at the last minute as like a last minute stand, like a surprise cameo at the end of the movie. It would have worked a lot more, and you could have saved some scenes from the beginning. Metamorph is also just kind of thrown in there.
Yeah, Metamorph there just to, make big green rock to hurt Superman, but doesn't really do anything.
Yeah, also, what the hell was that with the baby?
Oh god, the green baby, what is up with that?
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. Like, okay, he had a few appearances in the original animated series, and like in the comics, he's not a very known character. So I'm kind of disappointed that they just, used his first appearance in a major live action movie and pretty much gave him no background. There's no explanation of how he ended up like that. He barely says anything. He makes some weird remarks at Superman, but that's kind of it. So he's just there as a plot device and kind of a waste of a good character, in my opinion. And James Gunn, use him in the worst way possible, in my opinion.
Yeah, Hulk agree as well. Very poor use by Gunman.
Okay, so Lois Lane. Lois, for the majority of the part, works in her role. She is pretty much Superman's sidekick, and I think that really works for the Superman movie and the Superman character. And I think that's a strong point because previous movies focused a lot on Superman, and it was essentially all action from beginning to end. And this one, it's more like, I would say it's more like 60% action, 40% plot, while the previous movies were more like 80% action and 20% plot. And that's kind of funny because, if you consider the timing of these movies, they're not too distant, but Man of Steel felt a bit longer because the movie was slower. This one is pretty much the same size, but it feels a lot faster, but it also wastes so much time with these side characters and side plots that it doesn't feel really good. So really, this movie is like mid at best. What do you think, Hulk?
Yeah, Hulk agree. Movie pretty mid, pretty disappointing. Could be better. It's not the worst Superman movie Hulk seen, but it still could be a lot better. Could have more actions, better actions as well. Superman bit too weak to make like good action, but Gunn prove he can make good action scene with Superman.
Yeah, that needs to be said. The scenes are good. Like, what is there, it's good. The problem is, there's a lot that is there that you didn't want to be there. But you also didn't hate that it was there. It was just kind of whatever, This is gonna be a great Netflix movie. A great Netflix movie for you to watch at the weekend in your big screen TV at home, but not a cinema movie, not nothing major.
Yeah, definitely not cinema.
But I really wish that he didn't lose so much time with side characters that really don't mean or do anything. Metamorph as well. You could have given him an incredible plot, an incredible backstory, and it would have been a lot better. But as he is now, he is just meaningless. He is just kind of in there. He doesn't have any charisma. He doesn't bring much. He is a MacGuffin. He is there to turn into Kryptonite and weaken Superman, and then have a last minute heart change. like without any background or context to his story, it feels very gratuitous. You know, I think that's the word I'm looking for here. Anything you want to say, Hulk?
No! Hulk already said everything needed to be said.
All right, guys.
Hulk out!